up, guys? John from Heavyset Tactical. I'm finally back on my feet. First I got the dog, then I got sick. It was a hell of a couple weeks. So today I want to talk to you about a couple of things. I'm going to take my jacket off here so I can show you how it's seated on my belt. Today I want to talk about a really cool knife that came with a really cool sheath, and this is the DeEvolution Lifestyle Yupik. This is a knife that I would consider, now this is a real handmade knife. You can see the hand done satin finish on it, and the kind of I guess I could say the crudeness of the handle material, you know, the finish on the handle. But it's really nice to have a knife that has maker's marks in it still, you know, and you can kind of see it's not a production knife. So DeEvolution Lifestyle is a really great company. They make kind of an old school type of knife, which is called a Yupik, and I'm not sure if they're coming out with any other series of knives, but they also have axes and fire starting equipment and all kinds of stuff. You guys should check out DeEvolution Lifestyle website. But today I'm talking about the Yupik. Now I'm gonna pan the camera down and show you guys how it seats on my hip, and the really cool sheath, leather sheath that came with it. This knife was graciously sent to me by the guys at DeEvolution Lifestyle, so I just want to say a personal thank you. And I'm excited to show you guys that you know, this is one of many options that are out there. If you're tired of kind of all the production knives, and you have an Essie, and you have a Bradford Guardian, and you have you know, a Falk Neven, and you have all these production knives, and you want something different, this is made out of Elmax. It's a great material, solid build. So I'm excited to show you guys this knife today. Okay guys, I have the camera panned down because I want to show you there are two different ways to carry this knife. I have it on my belt in the vertical position. Really great sheath. It almost has like a snap, like a click in, almost like Kydex does, because it has a really good formed leather sheath. Easy to pull out. Really great purchase. I really like this sheath. So that's one option. I'm gonna undo my belt here, and I have a regular kind of ordinary daily use belt that gives a little bit. So I do not have. This is me using a regular belt. I'm not using my everyday carry belt or my concealed carry belt or my gun belt. And then this is the other way that it goes. Now, when you put it in horizontal style like this, it has a really cool feature. It's kind of cocked forward a little bit, which allows you to really pull it out nicely. You could wear it like this, or more on the front of your body like this. Now I have it on my smaller belt, not very tight, so it pulls away. Or you can put it on your back, and you can have it in left-hand carry. I believe they also make left-handers, so you can have a right-hand carry if you have it behind your back. Now I'm going to show you this sheath up close a little bit. Really great design on the leather. Really pretty stitching. You can see that it's a handmade leather sheath, and again, you can see here that that's about the level that it will hold this knife. So it's nice and pointed upwards for an easier pull out, as opposed to a flat horizontal, which I really like. It's almost like a 45 hold, and then your regular belt loop here. So just an excellent sheath, really well formed, nice and broken in already when it came to me. Almost clicks in, just really great setup. So now let's put it through its paces and kind of see what this knife has and some of the features, and we'll show you how she moves. I'm Heavyset Tactical, and today we are checking out some of the capabilities of the Elmax monster, the DeEvolution Lifestyle Yupik, Y-U-P-I-K. It's named after a tribe, the Yupik tribe. Now this is a zero ground, convexed, pretty thin profile overall. Big exposed pommel, and that's for digging, not only hammering, but digging in the ground, physically digging in the ground. So I'm going to show you an example of that later. They sell two different versions. Both, you can get a few different handle materials. And again, at the end of this video, I will have slight tabletop review, you know, with specs, pricing, how the edge held up, things like that. These are handmade, beautiful knives, and they are different. They're very straight backed until that drop point starts to take over. Full flat. It's technically got a saber grind in there a little bit, but they kind of full flat it as a convex. Nice flat back, as I said. Probably going to be a really good batoner and feather sticker. This is an Elmax steel, as I've said a few times. And like I said, at the end of this video, I'll have all the specs and things like that. I just want to show you guys, can it hold up to the general camp tasks and wood processing tasks that I use most of my knives for. So again, everything's wet right now and nasty. So today I'm going to start batoning with some of this old, been sitting out here for a while, very fibrous red wood. Very hard stuff, and it's very damp right now and waterlogged. Man, right through it. Oh man, I'm hitting a bad knot, guys. Man, I'm in a bad knot. This is making this knife look not as good a batoner, but it is, trust me. There we go. You got to understand, this very fibrous redwood is just such nasty stuff. So I have a little bit of newer stuff here. I'm going to show you the difference. They have two versions of this knife, by the way. This is the one with the finger choil. They have one without. So same size essentially, same materials, but just without the finger choil. This is a good batoner. It's nice and thin. But sometimes with a thin blade, thin profile, you can drive the knife in and get it stuck for a second about here. Then it'll start going, cutting the rest of the way through. It's very difficult for thin knives sometimes to baton some of this rough, waterlogged wood. But this knife is just thick enough where the profile is good. You saw that half tap, took it the whole way to the back of the knife. Very decent batoner. Very decent. I like this. And I shouldn't use the word decent. Very good batoner. Man. Very slicey. Man, that handle geometry is good. I really had to crank on that, but I could get a nice grab on it. So, now I want to see how it feather sticks and kind of goes through material. Oh man, what a dream. Very comfortable handle. This isn't the best piece for feather sticking. Now see, that's the other thing about this knife. Man, it is nice and thin. Man, it chops pretty good too. Guys, I'm impressed. But it has a nice thin profile, and you can really run into wood, bite into wood nice and deep with it. So I'm just taking a minute to find the edge a little bit. This is the first time batoning with such a thin, convexed edge. Man, look at those nice feathers, guys. And you know me, I never claimed to be a very, very good feather sticker. And this is just has really good, gets a really good seat on that back of that convex grind. Pushes material right around it. Super thin, so it has a nice profile for feather sticking and carbon. But still, when you guys got to understand, a lot of these knives we use are so thick on my channel, and to have a nice thin knife like this, it just bites right into that material. Look at that. That thin profile really gets in there. And man, this knife is very suited for the task. I like it. It's not, and again, it's not a chopper. They never claim to be a chopper. And I'm just kind of messing around here, seeing how it goes through material. I like it. It's funny. I'm not very good at using it yet. But I like, when I film for you guys, it's not after I've used something for a while and I can get good at it. I use it the first time right out of the box and show you guys what it's like to take it out of the box and use it. Why would I use it for a month, get good with it, then show you and try to fluff it up? If there's problems with these materials or this knife or the edge geometry, I'm going to tell you. Now, these are very expensive hand-done knives, and they're very different. If you want something different for a change with a really nice leather sheath, this is probably for you. Very good wood processing as far as the finer stuff. Now I'm gonna do some tent pegs. That thin profile just gets right in there. I figured this thing is just a razor. I'm trying to find my hand's comfortable spot on it. It's nice. You can use that tip pretty well. I like the belly. I'm right on the belly here. Works just fine for me. But man, what a beautifully hand-done knife. And guys, again, I could probably give you a better wood processing knife in general, right? But they never claim to be the best wood processing knife. This company, and I can understand where they're coming from. This company wanted to do something different, and they made the Yupik, and this is a very different style of knife. This is I feel like I'm transported back to new materials, but in 1890s, early 1900s kind of build here, and the build quality is just spectacular. The fit and finish is great. You can see some maker's marks on it from the grinding and finishing of the handle, which I really like. But overall, guys, I'm really happy with this knife. It's just starting to rain, so I'm going to get out of here in a minute. But I did want to show you that it's just got such a slicey profile. This thin blade is just so slicey and good for working on camp task. Really good at food processing, I can guarantee that. I really like it. And the sheath drives it home. So guys, I wanted to give you an ending, just overall kind of tabletop look at the Yupik. Excellent knife. Hard worker, really thin profile. I'll have all the specs at the end of the video in just a minute. So I wanted to give you a look at it. Nice sharp spine. I almost forgot. I'm going to show you how it hits a ferro rod. Really happy to show you. This is one of the new patent pending devices that DeEvolution Lifestyle sent me. This is a fire starting piece of equipment that has a sealed end, keeps your ferro rod nice and dry in this sealed back here, unscrewable back. And then this is a rubber tip that pulls off, and you have 4 has a micro bead on it. Perfect 90-degree striker. So I wanted to show you the ability of this striker here. Excellent. Wow. Again, it's just taking some of that plastic off. That coating off, I should say. Man, I really like that. So then, I'm going to use the back of the knife here, and when you're done, you could put it in the end. It has beads on the end for both ways, lefties and righties, of striking. And then I'm going to show you the Yupik for striking with the ferro rods on the back of the spine there. Excellent. Nice 90-degree spine. What a good overall bushcrafting knife. So overall, guys, with the Yupik, it has an exposed pommel here, and I wanted to show you its ability for when you're foraging, especially when you're foraging for insects or things in the ground, or planting when you're in a survival scenario, you know, this thing works great for digging. That's what that exposed pommel's for. Moving some dirt, you know, if you had to kind of plant a foot on you know, on your shelter down real nice, you can use the butt end of this Yupik. A super nice digger for moving earth. Give it a couple taps and she's ready to go. I like that. I really like that. What's up, guys? John from Heavyset Tactical here, and today I had the privilege of showing you this beautifully hand-done knife. They sent me this to test from DeEvolution Lifestyle. I still have to clean it up a pretty good bit. But that full convex, nice thin profile, nice straight flat back, very, very usable knife. Really like the exposed pommel on the end. Reminded me of my sawed pillar with that big pommel. Now, real quick, I'm going to discuss pricing, size of the blade, and options. The sheath I love. This is a right-handed vertical and horizontal carry sheath. They do make left-handed. I'm going to just give you guys a couple options for these knives. This is the camo with the, the camo G10. Really, really nice. Really well done. So they come in a few different colors, and with or without the choil, and left or right-handed carry on the sheaths. This comes in camo, which is here, orange and black, black, gray, or blue, blue and black striped. So there's a bunch of different options on their website. I'm just going to pull this Band-Aid off now. These are very well made, very beautifully made, handcrafted, very different knives that were designed by Scott Sweeter, who's an awesome knife maker in my opinion. Very, very well done craftsmanship on this blade. So it comes with or without the choil. All of them are in Elmax steel, 58 to 60 HRC. The specs on their website are very upfront. The overall length is 10 inches. The blade is 5, and the handle's 5, and it is a 5/32 thick full tang Elmax steel with that really nice zero grind. Very slicey. It's got a thin profile. Jimping is not aggressive at all. Again, this one's a little broken, but oh man, just very comfortable. You can see the swelling of the palm, or the palm swell. They have a smaller swell up front for these two fingers, and then in the back to carry the pinky. Then they have the same exact thing here for chopping. It's actually a really cool handle, really cool setup. Just appreciated this knife and the opportunity to test it very much from the guys over at DeEvolution Lifestyle. Again, this is the Yupik, $396, so just under $400. You know, you can return it if you don't like it or there's an issue. They'll work with you. They're very good people, very genuine guys. And this is the Yupik. So again, lots of options with or without the choil in that great Elmax steel. The heat treat on it is very, very well done. Very slicey. No edge issues so far whatsoever. Pretty strong tip there for a 5/32 thick knife. So I hope you guys really enjoyed today. Again, got a lot of videos coming out. Had a good day today being able to show you guys just a really cool option if you're just kind of over, you know, Beckers and Essies and TRCs and all the not performance knives and Lion Steels and all the production knives that are out there. There's other options, and this is a really cool option. So you specify what you want on the website due to drop-down menus. You pay for it, and then it just takes them a few days to make it, maybe a week, and then it just gets sent right to you. So I hope you guys have a great day. Like always, stay safe and stay heavy.